Hi, and welcome to the KikiVision channel. Today I want to talk about Rothaniel. Oh my gosh. So I watched the Jared Carmichael, or I guess we could say Rothaniel, special on HBO Max, and it moved me so much. And so I just wanted to kind of give my review about it and what I thought about it. Just really quick. If you haven't seen it, I'll just tell you right now, it's worth the watch. It's completely worth the watch. So for me, my knowledge of Jared Carmichael was really from the Carmichael Show. I did actually watch it and I really enjoyed it. Um, and then I think that's it. That was really pretty much all I knew. I don't think I even saw any a stand up special, or even knew his comedy beyond that. But I did enjoy the show. Of course, on Facebook, someone kept on talking about it. I said, well, you know what? I always thought he was interesting. I always liked how he interviewed and always thought he was really smart and bright. I'm curious to see what this is about. So I had no understanding of what I was getting ready to watch. And so it is spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, and I'm going to try not to spoil it too much. No, I'm going to spoil it. And he's already talked about it anyway. So if you've seen enough posts about it, then you know what I'm talking about. But I'll put it to you this way. I feel like this is me watching it, what it did for me. So whole bunch of spoilers here. He comes out, right? He comes out in the special. And the way he comes out, almost, it's not the way that you expect. It's like, as a viewer, you want to hear that he came out to this beautiful family and all these people who said, I love you anyway, and who accepted him right away. But the thing is that that's not what happened. And how many times I guess for me, and this is something that I kind of realized, this was a important thing for me to watch because it made me look at myself. It made me look at the times where I was very insensitive to people who maybe I thought were gay, right? So I'm like, oh, I knew you were gay, or I thought about it. I didn't understand why it would be so hard to come out until I watched this. I know that sounds weird, but I just did not understand it, because to see the pain that he's in, as far as wanting essentially to feel that love and acceptance. And you all know, if you haven't watched my channel before, you know that I can get very emotional when it comes to, like, I talked about this before, when it came to the gay pride parade, right? When you have pride going on and there are people who go out there and they just hug people, there's parents who will come out and be like a hug from dad. Every time I think about it, I get emotional. And even though I get emotional like that, for some reason, it wasn't until watching his special, it made me think about family. It made me think about friends. It made me think about people who I actually know who may still be in the closet, and why, and how it makes so much sense. And how he talked about how he's kind of late to coming out, but I'm like, I get it. I get why you're late to coming out, because that reaction that he received from his family is essentially the one that I think everyone fears, right? And his raw emotion about essentially clearly craving it, clearly still wanting it, and having to find a way to come to peace with it. I was like, I totally get it. I get it. I get why someone would be afraid to come out. I get why at that point they are reliving everything that they've ever heard anyone in their family say, whether it was casually, whether it was joking, how statements that someone could have made. I thought about statements that I might have made. I'm like, oh my gosh, if someone were, they were gay in my family, they may not want to come out to me because of something that I said, in which I thought I was joking, but really I was being incredibly insensitive and ignorant, but I didn't know it. And it wasn't until I saw this special and I thought to myself, oh my, how easy it is to shut someone down without ever knowing it. How easy it is to close the door to someone's closet without you ever knowing it. And yes, it's still up to them to come out, but as family and loved ones, I think that it really brought awareness to me of how much more mindful we all can be to the things we say, the things that we do, the jokes that we make that we think are perfectly fine, especially because we're assuming what that person is into. So you might assume, okay, well, this person is heterosexual, so I can make this joke. Whoa, how dare we? How about we don't do that? How about we understand the impact? If we decide to, right? For me, this was a wake up call to be as responsible with my words as possible. I was looking at the 4 agreements, and one of the agreements is to be impeccable with your word. And I thought to myself, I'm like, we say things jokingly, haphazardly, all in jest, all in fun, but how often do we take responsibility for what we say and how that might impact the room? You can't be responsible for everything you say. You don't know what will hurt someone, but I feel like when you watch a special like this, you have a clue, right? And that's what makes his special so important and so important to watch, because it puts you in a position to take responsibility for yourself and your role in other people's lives, and at least in this small part. Because to me, I would hate the idea that someone is afraid to be themselves around me, or afraid that they won't be loved and embraced by me because of something that I carelessly or portrayed in any way, shape, or form. And so to know that these are things I can be more aware of. No, I'm not going to be perfect, right? But I can get close, get very close. I'm grateful for what he did. I'm happy that he came out. I'm happy that he knows that he's loved in a lot of different places. And I'm sad that even with all that love that can be created, and which is why you understand why you have those when you see the drag houses and all that, the houses and the mothers. If you watch Pose, like, I get it, like you see it. I've seen it so many times, but I think it was so different to actually hear the pain, to hear the things that his family has said, from his brother to his mother, father, to see it, to watch him grapple with it in such a raw way. Oh man, it moved me, transformed me. One of the most beautiful pieces of art I have ever witnessed. One of the most beautiful pieces of art I've ever witnessed. I felt, when I saw this, I was like, this is what art really is. This is what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to enter you and just tear you up in the most beautiful ways. It's supposed to like bring down ideas that you have held on to and shatter them. It's supposed to make you want to dream of something different for yourself. That's how I think about art. And that's what he did, in my opinion. Was it funny? Yeah, there were actually moments in which you laugh. Laughing in a way that it's not necessarily like a belly laugh. It's more of a laugh from the heart, right? You laugh in a loving way. You laugh because you know at this point he wants it to feel a little bit lighter, so you laugh with him. And then in the end, it's beautiful storytelling as well. And the way he pulls it all together, his styling, his way of actually presenting this masterpiece of raw, clear emotion, and in a story that I felt like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is beautiful. His way of doing it, like I said, it was just masterful. And there was a humor there, but it was, I can't explain, it was a laugh or a smile of like, wow, or maybe like a wow laugh. That's kind of how it felt to me. So if you haven't seen it, please do watch it. I would like to know what you think about it. I know that I have just gone really hard, so it seems like I won't be accepting to any other idea other than it was a masterpiece. But if you don't think so, I would like to know that too. What do you think about Rothaniel? And if you haven't seen it, check it out. If you have, please let me know. Did you feel the way I felt, or maybe not so much? I just want to know. I just want to have the conversation. So put in the comments, and of course I will be in there to just kind of chime in with you all as well. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye.
KikiVision.